So, Ukrainian soldier, okay, this is news from today, January 14th, okay, so the Western media is making news of a man fleeing, like surviving behind enemy lines, Russia, and he jailbreaks and he pulls out his teeth, right? He pulls out his teeth. This is this is the news for the West, okay? I mean, if there were 1,000 different stories about Ukrainian soldiers, well, that would be distractive, right? So this story right now is a Ukrainian soldier, and he jailbreaks, he pulls out his own teeth, and it's January 14th, okay? Hello guys, here I am, okay? So what's going on here is that what's going on is the mind of everything which I consider myself to be connected to, and so I'm also going to so yeah, it means that basically the teeth stuff will copy paste itself into reality until people pulls out their own teeth. Basically, that's how I see it. You know, it meant it went dark. You know, I became dark. I became I accept that this world is a nightmare. Okay, I do accept that because um because as I see it, so this is January 5th, okay? Quite similar news. And as you can see over here, filed down her teeth, like someone did that to her, and she was imprisoned and so on. So here's also, yeah, in the title, right? And this is also reported in many newspapers, just like this, okay? So, and it was later confirmed by Russian media, okay? So, January 4th, January 14th, right? And this is in the news, okay? What I'm telling you is that this is reality is a giant awareness, okay? It is. And um, and uh, and this is why it appears like this, okay? Because God likes me, basically, okay? So if I say this or that, it's going to be a bit like that, you know? And I kind of accept that reality is a nightmare, you know? Because like I accept that like everything is a nightmare, everything is deceptive, okay? Everything is deceptive, and yeah. And what does accepting mean? It means that I don't get hung up on it, right? I don't get hung up on the fact that this is a nightmare. Like the people here is a nightmare, okay? Like humankind sucks, guys, as I've been saying, and this magic that I'm doing, it's aggressive and destructive, and I mean it makes, it's eventually going to make things happen, you know. And yeah, that's how it is. So, and for me, this is a kind of logical approach, like rational, you know. In my opinion, I have found the a consistency, right? I did my I did my discoveries. I have done discoveries which I feel so content with, which means that, yeah, you know, I'm still going to refine my theories that I have, that I do, but right now it's more like, okay, um, for me, it's like the world has shown that it lacks consciousness. Okay, it's like, okay, the world cannot see the consistency and the value of consistency, and so the world lacks consciousness. And since the world lacks consciousness, my thoughts go like this. You have to say, ouch. Like, you have to say, stop. You have to say, yeah, like that. Because I'm just going to continue like this. I'm going to, and as you can see, this is disproportionate. This is news from today, okay? And also it connects to the trailer of Superman, so that it resonates in this fractal, so that Superman, he lost a tooth in the trailer of Superman in the snow, okay, and this article says Man of Steel up here. Do you see? Man of Steel pulled out own teeth. Okay, so there is a resonance going on here. Also, besides from this very article, it's also resonating to the Superman trailer, you know, and Superman 2025, which means that, like, if you have been looking into Sonic, like Sonic 3, it's doing very well. Sonic 3 is doing very well. And that also has a connection, like, as I showed, the creator of Sonic 3. Wait, let me check. Who was the creator of Sonic 3? Let me check, okay? Paramount Pictures, okay? Paramount Pictures, they what did I say? They promoted Sonic with unsettling teeth meme, like the teeth meme, intentionally. So yes, I repeat, like the creator of Sonic 3 was mocking his teeth on their YouTube channel where they present Sonic. They were mocking his teeth, and I told you that this is going to be very good. Like, this is going to work. The thing is, this kind of artistic thoughts, things start to cooperate with it. Things like this, okay? Things like that also, right? But also artists, painters, musicians, everything are doing this together. But as I see it right now, there is a lack of consciousness, which makes me feel like doing what I do. Like I kind of do the consciousness test to reality. Is someone there, you know? And if you're there, you will eventually say, ouch, it hurts. And that's what I'm doing, because I see a lack of consciousness in the fact that the consistency that I have discovered goes unnoticed. Okay, the consistency goes unnoticed, which means that I see a lack of consciousness. I see a lack of consciousness. And a lack of consciousness is not meaningful. It's not meaningful. It's not something that, you know, I really never wanted to, like, I really don't like to dehumanize, right? That's not a good thing to do, right? I don't like it, you know, but at the same time, there is a lack of consciousness in the fact that a consistency is not um, seen. It's weird to me. Okay, so because of that, I'm doing this here, the teeth meme, and I have accepted that this reality is a nightmare, basically, that I also, you know, I I guess I make it into that, you know. I make it into that. And but it also it's not my fault, really, because the consciousness was lacking. There's a lack of consciousness. The consciousness is not able to see the beautiful consistency, and so let's pull the plug, basically. That's how I feel. So yeah, I mean that's really how I feel. And yeah, and I think I think this makes sense, and I think it's the correct way to think about this. And you can literally see how things resonate in this reality. You can see it with a first performer of like, this is just an example, okay? First performer of Masked Singer in UK was Teeth. Teeth was singing, okay? The first performer. But I've done so many videos right now, so it shouldn't. Yeah, and Trudeau was the prime minister of Canada. He quit after like more than a decade as prime minister, and what put him to like he was able to be the prime minister because of the dental. Let's see if I can find that. I made a little poster for it. Wait a moment. Where is it? Oh, I have to wait a moment, okay? Wait a moment. It's just very obvious to me, this. Okay. Yeah, so in my opinion, the reason why he quit is because of the teeth patternicity. Like in general, in some way it's pulling or pushing, in some way it's pulling or pushing. Yeah. And so he oh, didn't I drop it there? No, probably not, I guess. So he so yeah, there's a video of him promoting Canada's dentistry, and when you see this cooperation falling apart at the end of 2024, the NDP party of Canada pulled away from the Liberal Party, and so they had this agreement with dentistry, and you see now when they pulled apart, it's like the plan of dentistry is falling apart, and this is also mentioned in the Wikipedia article of Trudeau, that this dentistry plan fell apart at the end of 2024. And so from my perspective, Trudeau has stayed in as the top representative for so long, even though housing market problem in Canada, like as I know, it's been really rough there. And even when there are all of these problems in Canada, he stayed, right? He stayed in place, okay. But now suddenly, when the teeth stuff pulled their parties apart, you had an NDP moving away from Liberal Party, and this agreement was pulled apart, and so naturally you see that there's a timing here that is noteworthy. Okay, so what I'm telling you is that, okay, from my perspective, this world is a nightmare, okay, right now, and I accept that. I see things in reality that are scary right now, and when I see scary things, I'm fine with that. I think it's okay because it represents how things really are. This is how things are. People are deceptive. People don't care about consistency. If they do, it's just pretend. It's not real. So to me, that's not human. Okay, I don't know what to say. Right? To me, that's a lack of consciousness. The lack of consciousness, the lack of interest in consistency and truth. Some people say my truth, like that some people talk about themselves, and they say, like, since they don't have good arguments when they speak, they say my truth. Oh, I don't like it. I have to say again, the truth, okay? The truth. Okay. So, consistency. Unappealing, it seems. And to me, that means a lack of consciousness. A lack of consciousness. And I have to react to that. And I do it by accepting that this is a nightmare, okay? This is a nightmare. Like, people are, like, it is a nightmare, okay? That's what I accept. Because that's accurate. It's accurate, guys. Maybe some of you has awareness, maybe some of you do, but overall I'm displeased with what I see. So that's why I do this, and I intend to continue, right? So eventually this teeth stuff, I'm pretty sure that it's going to like become something literal, okay? Something this news here that keep appearing, like I'll show you this again because this was like very obvious, right? Oh, this one, right? This is obvious, okay? Look at this, okay? The news that they focus on is one guy. He's a man of steel. He's like a Superman, okay? But he pulled out his own teeth, okay? You see why is this happening, guys? And so I'm asking you why it's happening, but I feel I know why it's happening, right? Because it's the mind of everything. But I see I currently see people here as lacking of consciousness, and so so in a way, in a way, the entire world is the enemy, you know. In a way, you know, and I would wish that it wasn't like that, but why why pretend? Why play pretend? I know that consistency is ignored. I know that truth is ignored. So why should I pretend that something is beautiful and okay when it's not, you know? There's no reason to pretend. And I I feel that this is going to continue. What's going on up here, you know? And it's going to lead somewhere. Eventually, I'm going to be able to show something remarkable, something like wow, you know, something that really something is going to like come out of this. I know, okay, because I've done this before, you know. I just have to trust the process of the divine brain, basically, to handle all all moving parts, you know. um and so that's how it is, you know. And as I said, maybe there are some people here that are conscious, you know. But most of all, I think that it's not like that. And so it's this world is a nightmare before me, okay, before me doing this. It is a nightmare. And what I'm doing is that I'm appropriating myself to this world, okay? And I'm using the means that I have to do that. And right now, LA is burning, right? The Hollywood, but and maybe I made some post about that, like a bit funny, guys, but there's nothing personal, really. I mean, maybe a bit, you know. I don't know, but the shallowness, you know. But you know, it's also entertainment. They've done a lot of entertainment, so. But in a way, I do think that the entire world should burn down, guys. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to light a match, anything, nothing, no. But my opinion is that all the world should burn down, okay? That's my opinion. And I do think that everyone are liars, basically. Everyone are liars, everyone are deceptive, and there is a noteworthy lack of interest in truth, noteworthy lack of knowing that consistency means truth. Like, what is truth? It is something that is consistent, something that is the same when looking from many perspectives. And so this lack of knowing about what truth is invalidates the consciousness to me. In like invalid consciousness, you see. It's and so yeah. So me seeing this world as a nightmare is correct, and me like playing along with that, I'm just playing along with what's already in front of me, right? So, and I feel okay with this. I feel happy with what I have achieved. Like my findings when it comes to knowledge and so on, and that's important to me, that's interesting to me, right? My findings here is something that I am pleased with and I feel happy with. My life, and yeah. So I'm talking about me in relation to the world stage, me, what footprint did I leave on, or what have I left so far? What footprint have I left so far on Earth? Well, I'm very happy with it because it has to do with knowledge, even though people don't accept it. People don't accept what I say, what I write, and so on. And even if they don't, I'm happy with myself because I found consistency. It sounds like a cliche, but I found the Holy Grail, and I'm happy with that. And when people cannot see the consistency here in what I found in my things, then I invalidate the consciousness. It's like I can't get it. It doesn't make sense that a consciousness cannot see the meaningfulness of something, being able to see a meaningfulness. And so this is voila, right? This is how it's going to be. And if teeth eventually falls out, there's going to be something new. Like we have to look into some new body part, to start talking about, or something like that. Teeth is a subject of trauma for animals, and so you eat or you don't eat. This is both trauma. If you eat too much, you get bad teeth. If you eat too little, you are hungry, right? So this is trauma. Teeth is trauma programmed into all of us. yeah. And I just very slowly appropriated to what I have to deal with here. People that change in dishonorable ways. People that are in one way when they talk in the comment section, and when they leave the comment section, it's someone else, you know. So it's not the same person anymore when it left the comment section. And so this invalidates slowly and steadily the consciousness. So yeah. So, and if I wouldn't have discovered what I have discovered, I would be so depressed, guys. I would be so depressed. But now I can live in a nightmare, and I can accept it, and I can appropriate myself to it, and maybe also be a part of that nightmare. Maybe, you know, that's where it's going, right? It's going to be scary, guys. And maybe some of you guys are conscious, you know, but it's not many people. Most will like most are failing, as I see it, when it comes to consciousness, and being able to see something as meaningful, being able to see if something is disproportionate, and being able to know, like, this way. Some people are starting to use concepts as a way to attack, like, there's so many concepts out there that are that is an expression of the fear of God, like concepts that intellectualize and tries to rationalize things, and tries to put things into boxes, concepts that put things into boxes, so that it is clear, so that things are clear, right? The concepts. And there are maybe too many concepts in the world. So some people that don't want to see what's in front of them. Some people will use concepts to blind themselves. And for example, someone mentioned, like at another comment section, someone mentioned maybe user bias, you know, being biased, but also more like other words for it, like similar concepts to being biased, which all of these words become labels that you can put onto someone. You're that, you're that, you're that, you're that, you're biased, you're blah blah blah. Something, all these concepts, all these labels that you can put on people. And by doing that, much of the process of actually proving something can be skipped. You know, you don't have to look into the details because you placed all the labels. You can let your emotions or your feelings decide, which maybe are based on fear. Like, you can let your fear feelings decide what is true, and then you place the concepts to support your feeling, of someone feels insecure, like that's how I see it, at least. Because yeah, the evidence here has been significant. Okay. So yeah, I do accept how this is, how reality is, and how I feel lately, maybe just a few days ago, I feel that finally I fully accept that this is like, this world is a nightmare, and it's not the politicians, no, it's everyone, okay? Everything and everyone is a part of this nightmare, and I accept it without fear, okay? I accept it, and I want to uh, I want to, yeah, what do I want to do? Well, you see up here, right? Things like, yeah, whatever. So yeah, so I'll just so if you have seen only this video here, you have to know that there are so many other videos around this time. If you look at the date of this video, there is a lot more during this time, a month's time or so. So I'm going to end the video now. See you another time, guys. And only, I guess, only you know if you are a conscious being. As I see it, I feel that I found a holy grail, like a consistency that, how would I say, it is coloring the entire reality, a specific kind of consistency. And this consistency is ignored, okay? And so I I don't see consciousness as present, basically. I see a real consciousness would see the meaningfulness. And so yeah, that's how it is, guys. So and I'm so close, I'm so close to this to this to the to God, you know. I feel that I'm close to God. I feel like it's hard, sometimes it's hard to tell, guys, but to tell what's what, you know. But and also the divine feminine, which I consider to be, I mean, there is this marriage to between man and woman, and this is also a divine thing. It is in nature. It is in so many things. Like, it's the point to things. The the marriage. So okay, I'll just end the video now. See you guys. Bye.